And then some of you also maybe thinking, I don't really get it. Where is the base of the spine? Where is the tailbone level? So if you're a person who is physically able to notice something, you can place your hands behind your back, finding your tailbone, or maybe count from the tailbone and go up. So the first three vertebrae where our root chakra is pretty much located. So uh, this is not tangible. This is something that you cannot grasp. This is something that you cannot hold with your hands. But for some of us, it is helpful tremendously to know the location of the place we're going to be focusing on. You just bring your awareness to that place that I just mentioned. For Marta, who just arrived, welcome. There is Spotify playlist on the chat that you may check and we'll play together later. Good. So once you are able to see where your root chakra is located, bring your awareness right there. And as you begin to deepen the breath, taking a deep breath in through the nose, as deep as you can, and then gently out through the mouth, just to release, relax, and arrive. Again, take a deep breath in, deep, 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 deep. And let go, maybe with a sun. One more time, take a deep breath in. And let go. Let's find our natural breath. And begin to send all our breath and our awareness to that energy wheel, which is called chakra, at the base of the tailbone, at the pelvic floor, or maybe three vertebrae from your tailbone. So this root chakra represents the stability, so the safety. So if you're feeling safe, stable, strong, you're very committed, you're able to trust others, or having a sense of belonging, like what we are doing right now, like engagement with our community. And you're feeling healthy, you're feeling wealthy, you're able to be present. This is all a sign of balanced root chakra. And then that goes to say that everything that is not those are a sign of disbalance, feeling afraid, fear, having a lot of nightmares, stress, anxiety, feeling of disconnection, stuck, lost, stagnant, depleted. Probably most of the feelings that we're all currently feeling in these times of challenge. So it is important to take a notice of what is happening outside, what is happening within us, so that we can continue to balance our well-being. Good. On your next inhalation, begin to lift up from the pelvic floor all the way up towards your belly, all the way up towards the chest, all the way up towards the crown of the head so that you can sit a little taller. And as you exhale, try to exhale out through the nose. So we're going to continue that again and again throughout the rest of this practice. So on your next inhale, lift the pelvic floor, engage that muscles, and bring the breath up. Concentrate on your belly and chest and throat and the crown of the head. And then let go through the nose. Let's do that one more time. So inhale from the pelvic floor all the way up to the belly and chest and throat and the crown of the head, and let go. We'll start with the playlist right now. So if you have your device, we're going to click on the first song. And then we'll come back on our seated position. Placing your hands around your kneecaps. Again, sitting nice and tall, engaging your pelvic floor. And this time, let's puff the chest forward so that you can start to feel some differences happening on the spine. And as you exhale, round the spine, chin to the chest, just like a cat-cow, but seated. Good. Again, inhale, puff the chest forward, and remember to lift up from the pelvic floor, rolling the shoulders back, maybe even exposing your throat here. And as you exhale, round the spine, chin to the chest, and really try to accentuate the roundness of your spine. Again, inhale, chest forward. Rolling the shoulders back, expose the throat, point the chin up if you have the access to it. And exhale, round the spine, chin to the chest. Good job. On your next inhale, sit nice and tall. And again, try to lift up from the floor up, from the pelvic floor up towards the crown of the head. On your exhale, we're going to fold forward from the hips, almost touching the ground, almost. And then begin to draw a big circular movement with your entire upper body. So as you draw this circular movement with your entire body, one thing to remember is to keep the breath going. Some visualization will also help you to reach your root chakra so that you can continue to work on it, is by visualizing a red root coming from our tailbones down into the earth. So that when we move this way, we know that our root is growing deeper and deeper into the earth and able to hold our body even though it's moving like so. It's the same thing like the tree analogy. The higher the tree grows, the stronger the wind will blow. And if the tree has a deep, strong root, the tree will not gonna fall. So imagine that red root coming down into the earth as you move, as you breathe. And then knowing that you're just getting started. And then let's draw the circle to the opposite side. See what happens now with your root. Is it still going deeper and deeper into the core of the earth? You may also visualize the different layers of the earth. There's the sand, there is, the stones, there is the mud, so different sediment of the earth as the root goes through deeply and deeper down into the core of the earth. Finding the sense of stability in our movement, and breathe. 3 more deep breaths here. And then keeping your eyes closed, come back to the center. Just observe. Notice your body. Some of us probably feel some tingling sensation or some warmth starting to develop at the base of our spine and radiating out through the entire body. Maybe you'll feel even some tingling sensation in your hands. And that's a sign that is energy flowing in their body. Keep the breath going slow, deep breath. On your next inhalation, let's blink the eyes open and reach the arms up overhead. It's almost like stretching out of bed early in the morning. So for some of you, just got out of the bed. This probably feels so good. And let's interlace the fingers and press the palms all the way up towards the ceiling, supporting the ceiling of the home, of the house that you live in. So seeing that as balancing root chakra as um, a strong, healthy foundation to keep the house strong, steady without falling. So take a deep breath in once more here. On your next exhale, let's tilt to the right side. And see as you tilt to the right side, the root that comes down through the left sit bone still grounded. And come back to the center. Deep breath in. And exhale, tilt to the opposite side, grounding the root down deeply through the right sit bones. And slowly come back to the center. Release your hands. Reach your arms out to the side. Heart open wide and wide and wide. Imagine that your fingers are the extension of the heart. So if you have to expand the heart throughout your arms, throughout the fingers, how does it feel? And as you exhale, let's once more. We're gonna round the spine, bring the chin into the chest, and allow your fingertips to touch in front of you. Slowly, slow motion. And then inhale, open the arms once again out to the side, float it all around. Sit nice and tall. And this time again, reach the arms up overhead, lengthening through the sides of the body, keeping your sit bones rooted deeply, even as you move this way. On your next exhale, let's bring the right hands down to the earth and begin to walk the right hands away from the hips. Plant the right palm strongly down to the earth and tilt towards the right side. You may look up towards the left fingertips if that feels good for your neck. Otherwise, keep looking down towards the right fingertips. Keep the length of the body grow as you deepen the root down. Take a deep breath in. And stay here for the exhale. On your next inhale, gently, gently come back to the center, reaching both of your arms up to the sky, still working on deepening our roots. And as you exhale, left hands down to the left side of your hips, Maybe walk the hands further away and tilt to the left side. You may bend the left elbows, or some of you maybe are able to rest the left forearms down to the earth while rooting the right side, the right sit bones down, and lengthening through the right side of the body. Breathe in. Stay here for the exhale. On your next inhale, slowly come back to the center as gentle as you can, reaching both of your arms up to the sky. And let's interlace the hands behind our lower back. So pretty much 3 vertebrae. The first 3 vertebrae from the tailbone, exactly where our root chakra is located, and reach the hands further away from that back body. Squeeze your shoulder blades in towards one another so that you can open up through the front side of the body. Take your time, there's no rush. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, start to fold forward from the hips. So in yoga, there is no right, there is nothing wrong. So what is good is to stay connected with the breath, with your body. Observe, visualize. And then we'll slowly come back. Release the hands. And for the moment, as we release the interlaced hands, let's place the hands behind you, plant the palms down, and point your fingers towards your bums. Extend the legs for a moment, and maybe shake it all out. Keep lengthening through the back body here. And then open the heart, flex the foot, point your toes up towards the ceiling, and press the heels out towards whatever it is in front of your heels. And as you exhale, point your toes away from the body. We're just playing around a little bit with our ankles. And then again, inhale, flex your feet, toes pointing up, and maybe fan your toes. If you can spread your toes away from one another like a little fan. See what's gonna happen, how you feel. And as you exhale again, point your toes away. Point, point, point. And then slowly come back to center. Good. Release your hands from the back body. And let's slowly transition into all fours. So take your time. And I have to say that here, if you have any knee sensitivity, grab your blanket or your pillows, anything that you have next to you, and rest your knees on it. So yoga is not a torture. It's how we can make ourselves feel good while practicing. And find the strongest foundation that you can find this morning through your palms, through your knees. And let's spread the fingers away from one another, keeping the core engaged, keeping a sturdy, strong foundation rooting down towards the earth. Keeping the back of the neck lengthened, maybe even closing your eyes and just listening to your breath, listening to my voice. So like I mentioned in the beginning of this class, that one of the sign of the disbalance of the root chakra is knowing that you are not trusting others, right? And when you're not trusting others, most likely you're not really trusting yourself. So basically you're just trusting yourself just because, there's no one else otherwise. So breathing in and breathe out, stay here. On your next inhale, stay here and press away from the floor a little stronger with your palms. On your next exhale, begin to point your toes away from the body and sink back. So send your hips back into child's pose. See what you can do with your child's pose. Maybe some of you have your own version of child's pose that you would like to get deeper into. So using that opportunity to treat yourself. And during this child's pose, let's observe what are the parts of our body that are touching the earth, that are touching our yoga mat. Is it our palms? Is it our forehead? Oh, talking about the forehead. Am I relaxing that space between my eyebrows? And then notice, observe, breathe. So, like every other chakra, the root chakra has a mantra. So, the mantra of the root chakra is like this positive affirmation: I am. So maybe I am secure, I am healthy, I am grateful. So let's play around with that mantra during this practice and see what's going to come up in your practice. On your next inhalation, gently lift your forehead, look forward, keep the body lengthened, especially from the sides of the body here. On your next exhale, begin to walk the hands towards the right side. So maybe outside of your yoga mat, right? Now planting the palms down and then allow the forehead to melt down to the earth. And this time, pay attention to the roots. So nothing will be lifted off the ground. Everything is sturdy, everything is grounded, no matter what you're doing. On your next inhale, lift the forehead, lengthen, come back to the center. And as you exhale, walk the hands all the way to the opposite side. And again, folding down, surrender to the power of the gravity. There is this quote, a famous quote that says, what you resist persists. So instead of resisting to the power of nature, we go in flow with the nature. Inhale, slowly lift the forehead. Come back to the center. And then exhale once again, allowing your forehead to touch the ground for one breath. On your next inhale, lift the forehead, look forward. And then slowly come back into all fours. We're going to curl the toes under here. And then we're going to slowly walk the hands towards our knees. So take your time. And then we're going to flip into malasana or squat, okay? So if this is super tight for you, I'm going to give you some option. Grab your block or maybe some meditation cushion or some whatever that you can sit on and stay here. So this is just option one, okay? So this is with the blocks, and some of you, I don't have a block, but I have a blanket. Great. Grab your blanket, create a small sushi roll shape, and place the blanket underneath your heels. So that will help you, especially if you have your heels floating off the ground, okay? And some of you, oh gosh, I don't have a blanket. What am I gonna do? Take your yoga mat, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, and use it as support, okay? There's always solution. There's no problem, only solutions. Okay, so wherever you are, whatever it is that you choose, stay here. Place your hands in front of the heart and find resistant power from the knees and from your upper arm. So both of your part here, from your inside the knees and your upper arms, are squeezing in towards one another. So now pay attention of what body part that is touching the ground. So probably the sole of your feet, yeah, or maybe the ball of your feet. So try to visualize. So there's a lot of visualization in this practice. You may close your eyes if you will. And visualize that red root trying to go deeper and deeper into the ground. And in order for the root to grow deeper, you probably have to really feel each one of your toes pad, and maybe each one of your sides of the soles of the feet, maybe the heels, maybe the balls of your foot, grounding deeper and deeper, and not to forget to keep the spine extra long. And breathe. Just one more deep breath here. We're not going to stay here forever, thank God, right? And then let's place the hands down to the earth, grounding the palms once again onto the floor. And this time we're going to transition into forward fold. So take your time, take a deep breath in slowly, slowly, and begin to extend your legs, point your toes forward, maybe even bending the knees generously, especially in the morning. You probably feel super, super tight here. Otherwise, just let go, relax. Arms dangling down, head dangling down, and surrender. Allow the gravity to pull your upper body down towards the earth. And again, notice what or which body parts that are actually touching the earth. And where can I deepen my roots? Because as human, we constantly moving places, moving house. And in order to grow, in order to balance the next chakra, the sacral chakra, we need to first balance the base, primal chakra, which is this root chakra. Now let's hug our elbows, still grounding to the sole of the feet, and then start to sway side to side. Keep the back of the neck lengthened. Keep your feet sturdy. So the only thing that moves is just your hips and your torso and the rest part of your upper body. Imagining yourself swaying side to side in the wind. And then we'll slowly, slowly come back to the center, allowing the arms again to dangle down into the earth. Let your head go, let your neck go. Maybe this time, let's bend the knees a little bit more, even more generously. On your next inhale, as you engage the core, starting to straighten the legs and rise up vertebrae by vertebrae. Remember, vertebrae by vertebrae. So taking it slow, observe, take it slow. And if you think you're moving slow, do it slower. There's no rush. Observe, breathe. Once you're able to manage to come back into standing position, keep your eyes closed so that your entire body can really notice the difference of the transition that we have been doing, and then see if your root is still growing deeper into the earth. As the tree is now getting taller, you're standing taller, you're lifting your crown up towards the ceiling. Good. On your next inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Let's grab hold the left wrist with the right hand. So we're gonna grab hold the left wrist with the right hands, lengthen towards the ceiling. So as you lengthen here, notice what happens with your feet. Are they strong? And as you exhale, tilt to the right side. And as you tilt to the right side, notice what happens to the left foot. Is it as strong as the right foot? Because we want to balance, so try to root down towards the left foot so it's equally strong. I hope you guys are still breathing, even though I don't say inhale or exhale. And then slowly come back to the center on your next inhale. Take your time, switch side, grab the right wrist, lengthen through the sky. On your exhale, tilt to the opposite side. Grounding down through the right foot, lengthening through the right side of the body and breathe. Observe. Maybe this side is better than the other side. We don't know. You know your body. Good. Slowly inhale, come back to the center. Release your arms down to the side of your body. And then we'll step at the top of our mat. And then let's meet in Tadasana, mountain pose. So there are two options in Tadasana. Bringing both of your toes together to touch. So the toes are kissing, but your heels are apart. Right? So the toes are kissing and the heels are apart. Or option two, keep your feet at hip width apart. So you can choose what you feel like. Keep it as long as you feel strong, as soon as you can find grounding, you can choose those options. Place your hands down the side of your body and turn the palms forward. Keep your chest open. So as the name suggests, mountain pose. So mountain is something big, something strong, something that is completely grounded down to the earth. All right. So even if the mountain, like a volcano, they, how do you call it? They explode, right? So still, they're still grounded. So let's visualize that name. So there's a reason why in yoga, there is names to every posture. Mountain pose, you're standing nice and tall and sturdy. Good. Take a deep breath in here. Keep your eyes closed if you have your eyes closed. And then exhale. Let's do that one more breath. Inhale. And then exhale. On your next inhale, we're gonna lift all of our toes off the ground. I don't know if you can see, but I'm lifting all my toes. On your next exhale, place your toes one by one, starting from your pinky toe, and then the fourth toe, and then the next toe, the ring toe, and then the middle toe, and then the big toe. Okay, let's do that one more time. I know it's very challenging because we're wearing too much shoes. So let's lift all of your toes up and fan the toes out, spread the toes away from one another. Maybe after this class, you'll be able to write with your toes, who knows? So let's drop the toes one by one again. Maybe you'll have a sore toe muscle tomorrow, spear pine on your toes. Good. Let's come back to the top of the mat and with all the toes down, of course. And we're going to place the hands on our hips. Let's bend the knees gently so that you can feel the buoyancy of these knees. So you're not locking the knees up, right? So we're going to step the left foot back behind us. Let's find heels to heels alignment. So the front heels and the back heels are on one straight line, and allow your front knees to straighten, to extend for now. Hands on your waistline or on your hips bone here, and press the right hips bone out towards the right side. So the right hip bone out towards the right side so that both hips are on one straight line too, right? So once that is established, ground down through both of your feet and begin to bend the front knees into warrior one. So this is just the foundation of warrior one. So safely, the right knees is going to be aligned with the right ankle. So you don't even have to widen the stance so crazily to be able to stay. Just do what you can, okay? So let's reach the arms up overhead. Open the arms so that your shoulders can relax and keep the length all the way from the tailbones up towards the back of the spine here, all the way towards the back of the neck, the back of the head, and eventually towards the crown of the head. The crown of the head. Engage the core, keeping the heart open. And then notice, is the front leg, the front foot, is as strong as the back foot. Notice the strength, notice the groundness that you can create through both sides of your legs, through both sides of your feet. Take a deep breath in. And then notice the mantra that we have established in the beginning of this practice. I am safe, or I am strong. What can you create from the feeling that you're currently feeling in this position? And let's straighten the front legs. Take a little break. And then let's release the arms and float the arms down towards the side like a letter T. Give yourself a big hug here, wrapping your hands around your shoulders, squeezing yourself. On your next exhale, or gently bending the front knees just a little bit so that we can step the left foot forward and shake it all out. Release the hug, shake your hands. Okay. We're still here, I see. We're going to do the same thing to the opposite side. So come back again to Tadasana. Maybe the Tadasana mountain pose is even stronger than it was before. Hands on your hips. Send the right leg behind you. And then check in with your hips. Straighten the front legs first. Check in with the front side of the body. And once you're ready, bend the front knees. Readjust if you need to readjust. There's nothing right, there's nothing wrong, right? And then reach your arms up to the side, finding your strongest warrior one position. Breathe. And continue to breathe. If you close your eyes, visualize. So the root chakra represent this feeling of safety. So everything that is connected to security, like having a roof over your head, having a steady financial income, having a good health, having a good family relationship, is in the world of the root chakra. So visualize, establish your grounding through the strength that you have. Maybe repeat your mantra again, 2 more breaths. And then slowly open your arms out to the side and give yourself a hug again. So maybe putting the arms that was on the bottom now on the top and squeeze through the shoulders. Feel your palms, feel your fingers on your shoulders. And then gently, we're going to extend the legs. And then when you're ready, step forward. And release, shake it all out, allowing everything to go. Everything that you don't need anymore has to go eventually. Good. Good. Let's come up onto the top part of the mat once again. And keeping your feet this time, instead of big toes kissing and feet apart, we're gonna keep the feet at hip width apart. So let's establish this strength, lifting the energy through the pelvic floor all the way up towards the chest and towards the crown of the head, just like what we practiced earlier on today. And we're going to come up onto our tippy toes, stand a little higher, reach your arms up overhead. I hope you can see them. I'm not holding my hands. I'm keeping my arms open like a V letter. Good. Establish your grounding, rooting down stronger to the earth. And exhale, allow to come back down. Flatten your heels down again towards the floor. Okay, so we're gonna do that 3 more times. So spread your toes away from one another first, soften through the knees, and once you're ready, reach up, reach up, reach up, come up onto the balls of your feet, the front side of the body, open, open, open. Take your breath in and out through the nose. And let go. Good. If you, some of you need to shake, then shake it, okay? Listen to your energy, read your energy. Don't listen to me, okay? Listen to yourself. Okay, so again, inhale, come up onto your tippy toes. Have your own version if you need to. But try to lift the energy all the way up from the pelvic floor to the crown of the head and really try to feel it. So when you feel it, you probably feel some warmth and let go. Just one more time like that. So whenever you're ready, once again, come up onto your tippy toes. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Heart open. Read your energy, read your body, observe closely. And let go. Good job, everyone. Come up onto the top of your yoga mat here. And we're going to slowly sit down. There's no fancy way of sitting down. We're just gonna sit down and extend the legs out. So sometimes it's easier to sit when you pull out some bits and pieces from the sit bones. And if you're having some difficulties of sitting here because your hips are feeling tight, you can sit on a blanket or sit on a block, anything higher than the floor, okay? So let's keep your feet strong. Flex the feet, point the toes up. And again, as we sit, try to lift the energy from the pelvic floor, sucking it up towards the chest and all the way up towards the crown of the head. And let's reach the arms up. Take a deep breath in, legs are strong. And as you exhale, folding forward. So we're not gonna stay here. There's nothing fixed for now. On your next inhale, again, reach the arms up. Open the heart, keep the legs strong. And exhale, fold forward, keep the spine long. Last one again, inhale, lengthen, 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 lengthen. And exhale, fold forward. And this time we can stay. So you may grab your feet, you may grab your ankles, anything in order to let your head go and let your neck go. And the power of visualization. Rooting down, grounding down. And see, where are you right now with your mantra? I am maybe home in my body. Maybe I am here and I am safe. Or maybe I am having everything that I need to create the life I desire. Anything. One more deep breath. Come back slowly and gently into your seated, nice and tall. Your head is aligned with your heart or your shoulders aligned with your hips. And then let's bend the knees. And this time we're going to connect the sole of our feet together into butterfly shaped legs. So option one, you can go freestyle here. As you can see, I'm sitting on top of the blanket because why not? And option two, if you have a block, you can also place the block on the outer edge of your legs, right? So connecting both of the sole of the feet. And sometimes it's really good to have these two connected every once a while. Take a deep breath in, sit nice and tall. And as you exhale, you can grab your hands, you can grab your feet with your hands and begin to fold forward using your elbows to press out against the inner line of your legs and fold forward. So that especially works so well if you don't have any support like blocks. And some of you probably want to open up your feet here, like reading a book, and then begin to fold. Notice what is touching the floor. Repeat the mantra. How do you feel right now? I am. How do you feel? I am open. Anything. And then slowly, slowly, slowly come back, and come back. And grab your legs and gather it towards the center. And then we'll sit down. We'll lay down. Sorry. We're going to lay down to Shavasana. And before that, we're going to do some kind of breath work in this Shavasana. It is called the candy cane breath. So I don't know what it is in Dutch, but you know the candy cane, like usually you hang it in the Christmas tree, is red and white. It looks like a half circle and then, like that. So this it has a sound. Okay. The candy cane breath. So imagine there's a human-sized cane behind my back. So the candy cane will start from my nose all the way to the top of my head, right? And then it's going to continue down my spine towards my tailbone. Yeah. Anybody don't know what candy cane looks like? Raise your hands. Yeah, you know. Okay, good. Oh, Kurt doesn't know, but Danny will explain. That's okay. Yeah. Okay. So when you lay down, I want you to inhale, pay attention to the tip of your nose, inhale the breath, and then create that shape. So the breath will go over in between your eyebrows to the top of your head and stop at the crown of the head. And as you exhale, allow the breath to focus on coming down the spine to the tailbone. Yeah, so inhale, nose, third eye chakra, crown, and stop. And exhale, down the back body, feel, until the tailbone. So I guess you got it? Alles goed? Okay, let's lay down. Good, let's lay down, everyone. And make yourself super warm and cozy and comfortable. So once you're ready, relax your entire body and allow everything to melt down to the earth. So visualization is one of the strongest um, thing that we can do in any practices, not just in yoga, right? So it is important. We're gonna begin our candy cane breathing techniques, breath work. So whenever you're ready, begin to pay attention to the tip of your nose as a starting point. The tip of your nose. You may even touch it with your hand so that you know exactly where it is. Take a deep breath in. Allow the breath to come from the tip of your nose to travel up to the third eye between your eyebrows. Travel up to the crown of your head. And exhale from the crown of your head down to the back of your head, back of your neck, between your shoulder blades, down the spine, down to the base of your tailbone. And again, inhale from the tip of your nose, between your eyebrows, forehead, the crown. Exhale, back of the head, back of the neck, between your shoulder blades, back of the spine, base of your tailbone. Again, inhale, tip of the nose, third eye, forehead, crown. Exhale, back of the head, back of the neck, between the shoulder blades, back of the spine, all the way down to the tailbones. Again, tip of the nose, third eye, forehead, and crown. Exhale, back of the head, back of the neck, between your shoulder blades, back of the spine, tailbone. Let's repeat that again on your own this time. Focus. Gently come back to your body. Feel even the smallest movement in your body, maybe in your toes, maybe your ankles, maybe in your belly, anywhere. And let's reach the arms overhead and stretch it all out, just like when you wake up early in the morning, giving yourself more space to breathe, to move, to create more opportunities. And let's roll completely towards the right side. Take a moment to stay here and offer a gratitude to yourself for being here in this practice, for sharing your time and energy. And slowly support yourself to come back up to a seated position. Keep your eyes closed, finding your grounding once again, rooting down from the pelvic floor down to the earth, passing through each layers of the earth. And notice that you're sitting a little taller the deeper the roots go down. Bring your hands in front of the heart. Come back to our mantra, I am. And then notice what happens in the body and continue that mantra on your own. We'll end the practice by chanting Om together one time. Before we chant, let's take a deep breath in and sigh to let go. Inhale to chant. Let's bring the thumbs up between your eyebrows for intuition. Thumbs down to your lips for truth and honesty. Thumbs down to your heart for love and compassion. Bring the hands down to the earth. Namaste.